Okay, here we are looking straight down at what we're going to do today is build a tank. There it is right there. I had a couple of requests. People saw my habitat video and they wanted to know exactly what goes into building a custom habitat. For starters, what you want to do is make sure that you have the correct music playing. Today we've chose Pink Floyd Pulse off of the 1994 tour, which I think is one of my personal favorites. Definitely got to have something to drink, a beverage, and something to chew on while we're doing this, because it's going to take at least 45 minutes to put together. Let's see what we're going to do here. Basically, we're going to start with the ground cover. We're going to apply probably about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of that on the bed. There's our overhead light, daytime light. Down here we have a ceramic heat light, which I use for the winter time, which is going to be tied into this thermostat, which will also be hooked into the heat pad, as you can see there, which is going to regulate the temperature of the tank. Around you can see the various ornaments that we have selected. They are the jungle weed theme once again. Right up over here we have some climbing promotions. And then there's a couple of different caves over here that we can use, as well as some vine and stuff that we're going to put together. What we're going to use to hook the vine up is basically, we have some different size suction cups here, if you could see all of them. Some of them have loops, some have metal ends, some of them are big, some of them are small, so depending on what we're going to hook up is what we're going to use. This is a big tank, as you just saw, so we're going to use a probably a 3-point thermometer system. These are also, as you can see there, they're hydrometers, which measure the humidity in the tank as well, which is obviously very important. So you're going to select your proper stuff, obviously the big bowl in this case for the big tank. And then obviously there's other things that we need to do as well. After we put in the ground cover, we're going to treat it with Preventamite, which is basically a ground cover. We have Reptile Relief, which is a direct contact, kills mites on contact. And then we have a Biomist, which I like. It helps, really keeps the snakes pretty much hydrated, moist if you will. It gives them some nice color, etc. And that could be sprayed anywhere in the tank, which is really good. That is definitely a hot glue gun that you guys are seeing there. We got some glue sticks available on demand, which we might use to hook up some of this jungle weed. We'll see what happens. We can also use some of those suction cups that we have to hook that up as well. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet. Heat pad, make sure you get a heat pad that's big enough to heat the entire tank. Not necessarily all at one temperature, but enough to heat the entire tank. This is for a 20 to 30 gallon tank. That's the one that I've selected. It is a 30-gallon tank. Alright, and then basically, let's see who's going in here. You guys all know who Comfortably Numb is. As you can see, there he is right there. And this is the reason why we call him Comfortably Numb. I mean, you can just basically pick this guy up, and he's like a teddy bear, really. And as you can see, he's a spectacular looking Suriname red tail. You guys have seen him feed before, and he's just an awesome snake. And he's going to go right down in that tank there as soon as we're done, and he's going to get back at home, and we'll get him out of this rubber bin. Now that we've gotten our basic necessities together, and we're ready to roll here with everything, as you can see around the tank. Obviously try and get things set up before you build the tank. It helps things go a lot quicker, much like an architect. Try and envision what you want to do, and then go right ahead and do it. Build from the part that you want to look in at, and go from there. So what I'm going to do is get this set up on a tripod and get you guys a good angle of it, and we're going to get going on this.